Hi, I'm Bill Lindeman. I'm here with Carrie Sluter, the owner of the Believers Business Center in Kalamazoo in the Edison neighborhood, 1301 Cameron Street at the corner of Cameron and Washington. And our subject tonight is going to be community recovery. And this is the purpose of the Believers Business Center. The main purpose is to help community residents to recover, to repair their lives. And I know Carrie has got a lot to say about it. So, hi Carrie.
Hi. Well, the Believers Business Center is designed to help with community recovery and on multiple levels. And our main focus is here to create an atmosphere where people, businesses, and entrepreneurs, churches, ministries, nonprofit organizations can come together and help each other through the same efforts that add to their own success. And you know, we have so many critical crisis situations in our community, and they're right in our own backyard. And when do we deem that a crisis to come in and really work within a project that will help with repair and recovery on our own to help each other? So that's what the center is designed to, not just give a facility, but a place that will create an atmosphere of people helping each other to recover and help each other to survive in the economy. The economy is really tough out there. We have so many different challenges that need to be addressed. Who better to address them than the people who are struggling? Get together, team up, and say, what can we do to help to make a difference and to change the circumstances in our community? Doing that on our own.
Yeah. Was that the original purpose of your founding the Believers Business Center? I know it's faith-based.
Yes, it is.
And was your original purpose to repair a community recovery?
No, I didn't start out thinking that way. When I first started it, I needed a place. I'm a pastor. I'm a teacher of the Bible. I'm also a business owner. I'm an author of 2 self-help books. And when I first started it, I was praying to God, how can I help? I had a ministry going, and I was teaching people the Word, and I saw there was a lack in the application. And no matter how good the teaching is, when you go on into a world that's against you in that teaching, you're stuck. And to try to live by the means of the Bible when you're stressed and you're overstressed in finance, or you have family members who are going through drug issues, how do you live by the scriptures to change? And so I saw a lack of application with the people. Not that they weren't trying, but it wasn't really available, and there was no way to go out into their world and help them. When they would come to me and ask for help, I would do everything I could to counsel them individually or to help them, but there was so much more that needed to be done. I couldn't be with them when they were writing their books, or if they were, working with their family trying to create, different changes. So when I first developed the center, it was more about developing a place that would allow me to promote my books, help the community, help people in the community, giving me a place to teach the Word. And as it came about, I realized that if it would help me with everything that I needed, it would help anyone else that had those same things. If someone is writing a book, if it would help me write my next book or publish it, then it would help someone else. If it would help me to minister application in the marketplace, I wouldn't be able to do that as easily from a church. But other ministries can come into this setting the way that it's designed, and they can also help with presenting their messages, helping people to get through their daily challenges, utilizing the Word that we teach in the churches. Where is there places that we can go outside of our church to give hands-on application and teaching, walking with someone day to day through the challenges that they face to help them and connect them to other resources that will help make them more successful. So I also at times needed a place to rent, or a place to utilize for business meetings, office space, storage space for my supplies, my extra my business records.
Sure.
Having a large business for every 7 years, you have to, you have to store your records. So all the things that I needed as a business owner, an entrepreneur, an author, a pastor. I'm also a life coach, business coach, spiritual coach, biblical coach, and all of those things that I needed are created in this place to give what I need at any given time. If I need a large room to do something, I would have that. If I needed storage space, I would have that. So as I started developing it, I started realizing how much it would help anyone else who came in to be able to do the same thing. I'm not here to help everyone, but people who do have the skills, the abilities, they can come and utilize this space, sharing of the traffic to help others. So we work together as a team. So as it turned out, in the end, it became a business plan that would allow anyone to come in and help everyone else doing what they do through the Believers Business Center with, just doing what we do, and it's going to create a change.
One of the things that I really like about this center is that you yourself are a successful business person. You know how to run a business and you know how to teach others. And it's very important.
I've been self-employed for 33 years.
Yes.
I had a couple of jobs in between when I was going through some changes and challenges in my life, which is part of that experience, that I have first-hand experience in anything.
Right. Yes.
For anyone that comes in the door here,
Yes.
I have first-hand experience from both sides. From the minister's side and the challenges that they face. As a minister, we stand up and we do everything we can in that hour to teach someone the Word, teach them how to, change their life, their situations. But then from the person who was going to church that didn't succeed, and the Bible went right over my head for many years.
Okay.
I knew about the Bible, I knew about church, I went to church for a number of years, but when it came to life and living challenges, when they hit me, I didn't realize that the Bible was the answers. And I had been in church since I was a child.
Sure.
And it hit me really hard when I realized, wow, this thing is the answers. It tells me where, why, and when, and what happened, and how to overcome it. And it was God I had to turn to get my life back into condition, to overcome those challenges. But through all that, it developed in me a two-sided understanding of what the world is facing. From the person who is trying to start their life over, that hit rock bottom. I've been there, I've done that through every step. I've been the author that started writing the book, that didn't know where to turn. So within this program, as other people who can help through those situations, they come in doing what they do. As a partner, we are going to help the community, because anyone else who is going through those things can come in and connect with them.
Well, this is the fourth program in this new series, Believers Business Center, and we'd like to remind those of you watching our times. We're on Wednesday. These are on the public media network stations, 96, channel 96, through Charter Television. And we're on Wednesday night at 6 p.m., Thursday night at 6 p.m., Saturday at 7:30 p.m., and Sunday at 12:30 p.m. in the afternoon. They're all on channel 96. And please try and turn us in and set your VCR to record this, or DVR now, to record the stations, so you'll be able to get all our programs. So you have a number of programs that you're running. You have some business forums.
Yes, we do.
I know you have a lot of things connected to encouraging people to start their businesses, or just who want to start a business but don't know how.
Yes.
Or don't even know what they want to start.
A lot of people just don't know how to overcome what they want to do. One of the things that I know from the Bible standpoint is God gives us the desires of our heart, and most people don't even know what their desires are or don't realize that they can achieve them. There's no place to really help them step by step to overcome all the things in their lives individually. Everyone has their different reasons for being where they're at in life, their challenges that they face. Some are, some don't have a place to live, others maybe have drug issues. There's just such a wide variety of things that we need everyone to come in who has the skills or the abilities to train them, and the people who need those trainings to come through one place so that we can at least connect to the resources that are available. Our communities, I believe, need a bigger collaboration and networking, a stronger force of networking. We're all faced with challenges. We have so many crisis situations in our community, and some devastation happens, and hundreds of thousands of people will come together to run the rescue.
Yes.
We volunteer, we'll put in what we can. Some have funds, some have the ability to volunteer, some have equipment. But the point is, when they all come together and face it together as a team, we overcome and put those people back in our homes. We get them back in shape. So with the community, we act like in our own backyard, we have challenges. We have crisis situations every day in our own backyard, right out our back doors. And there's people that are losing their homes. They're in foreclosures. Their children are being removed from their homes, and their stuff is out in the middle of the front yard. People are struggling to pay their bills, and when do we deem that, as many of those as there are, that this is a crisis? There's hundreds of thousands of people every day that are out of work, that can't find a job, that are in the homeless shelters. When do we, as the business owners and the strength of our community, the ones who do have the ability to help, stop and realize that maybe it's not just giving, but it's maybe coming up with a better plan, a stronger plan to work together as a team and say, okay, I have the funds, I have the time, I have the skills to train, I can help someone write a book, and if you can help them sell it. So we come together as a team. I have the ministry message, if they want to hear that. If they don't, everyone can pick and choose what direction they want to go. But we come together as a community and say, this is a crisis situation. People when you have one homeless child, homeless is homeless. Whether it's because of a disaster, a death in a neighborhood where there's lack of skills and training and lack of choices for them. The choices are the problem. A lot of these kids are out in the streets. They have no other choice. They have no place to go. There's not enough places. So as a community, we come together as business people and come up with a business plan that will help. Not just throwing in more time, not just putting in a volunteer or coming up with one more business that gives them a shelter. One of the things that when I started developing the center in the Believers Business Center, was that God really showed me, we don't need another church. We don't need just another church or just another business. We don't need a business idea. We don't need just another homeless shelter. We need a business plan that will cause all of them to be more successful working together. And that's what this business plan ended up being, was a place that would drive the ability to have a community recovery and prevention projects. And it could go into any community and work.
Yes. And you did mention that we need a sense of the fact that we have to realize that we are in a crisis situation.
And it's our crisis. These are our people.
Yes.
And
our neighbors.
Our neighbors. And the Bible tells us to love thy neighbor as I love myself.
Right, exactly.
If we have a roof over our head and we're not doing more than just throwing them food or giving food, not that that is wrong by any means, but what's behind that meal that says, okay, teach them how to fish. Teach people, put an arm out and say, let us help you to learn how to do better. Or let's create a business plan that will create an opportunity for those people. We have training programs. There's a lot of businesses out there that are building and creating jobs. But there's also training programs. Sometimes it's more than a skill that a person needs to go to work. There's a whole line of things that it takes to get a person to work, and they don't qualify for the jobs, or there's not enough jobs out there. in a business place where there's entrepreneurs coming in, who better to build business than the business owners themselves and the entrepreneurs who need the work, putting us to work to help our community survive and help to make some changes. I believe that is a big key that will help in the success of the inner city, which is our outdoors, our surroundings.
Yes, I do think that we do have the keys to be successful, and I think it's important too, and anybody who comes in to understand the ground rules, that hard work. If you want to be happy in this world, you have to work hard. But the trick is to do what you love.
Yes.
Then it's not work after that.
I love the saying that when you find what you love to do and figure out a way to make a living at doing that, you'll never go to work again.
Sure.
It is true. I don't feel like I ever come to work here. I'm here from sun up till sundown.
That's wonderful.
I hardly get any sleep sometimes, and my family can attest to that. I'm here every day, all day long, and I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like this is home, and I see so many people coming through. It's worth it because the people that come in here, they say, this place is addictive. It feels so comfortable here. It feels like a home in the market, and they're around other business people. They're arm in arm with people who are challenged to do something. They're putting forth an effort to make changes. They can learn from the people they're next to. It's a place where the inexperienced can tag along with the experience. What better way to get somewhere is to tag along with someone who is either going where you're going, then 2 steps ahead of you, or being encouraged by the person that's 2 steps behind.
Sure.
So we can help each other. We just need a place to interact. Everything doesn't have to be done at the Believers Business Center, but if it runs through it so that we all know about what's happening in our community, what's going on out there, how can we connect? Several of the churches and other businesses, they have job fairs, or they have a training program or a networking meeting, and we're fortunate if we're on the right chain to get that message and know where it's happening, know when it's happening to get there. So if everything were to go through one place so that we can know that the church is holding an event, I want to send the people I know that are coming through here that need that message. I want them to know where it's at. I want to be able to have the resources and, to be a resource center, to say, on Tuesday they have an event on the other side of town that, throughout the Christian Life Center is one of them. They have events, they have workshops I hear about, and there's been many times, even as an entrepreneur, a small business owner, and a networker, that we're online all the time, and we didn't know that something was going to happen until it was either too late to register, or we found out about it after the fact, or had other plans. So if we as a community of businesses and entrepreneurs work more closely together to overcome some of those things, we can make it a lot easier, make ourselves more successful. At the same time, we're able to make others successful.
So for the average person who is watching us and is thinking about making a change in their life or finding a business or a purpose, what would you advise? Just come in and introduce yourself?
Yes, as a business owner or an entrepreneur who is looking for opportunities to connect to other resources or to team up to do something about the economy, to help us to work a better way, a quicker way to get us where we need to go. There are 4 Steps Up program that we hold here. Invites business owners, entrepreneurs to come in and share their skills and their abilities through the program to network the people that we're working with in counseling, coaching. We invite counselors, coaches, business talents, business abilities to come in and share their skills. At different times they study group meetings and programs. We can also send them to another place if they're hosting an event that is a training, a typing class or computer class. If it's across town, we don't have any objection. We want to help the community and the businesses connect. But if a person is going through our program needs to learn how to run a computer, we want to know where that computer class is.
Yes.
If we don't have one here, we had several people, for example, we had several people coming through that were nonprofit organizations looking for grants and funding opportunities. So we checked around, there was not a grant funding class.
Okay.
So I got on onto my resources and started networking and brought in David Artley with the City of Kalamazoo, Department of Business and Development,
Yes.
and he came in and actually did a training class for us, and we had, I believe it was 12 people that took the class, and he came in and spent 2 days teaching us. We could choose a 2-day or a 5-day, whichever we needed, and he taught us, gave us some tips on writing for grants and that for several people that were looking for that. So that's the type of thing that we can do. As the community needs something, we have entrepreneurs that need a skill or a service. We network with the community, say, can you come in and teach us? Or can we attend your groups? If there's an author's event downtown, I would like to know about that. I would like to show up for that with my books, or to know ahead of time. But several times we get busy in life trying to survive. We're all in survival mode.
Sure.
We're trying to survive. We're taking care of our kids, our homes, everything else. So we don't catch those things in time. Or there's other times when you don't know until after the fact. So that's building a resource and community connection center. We are really a connection center to connect people to the resources. The building will be the benefit that gives us the space to do what we need to do with our own space for those who can't afford to be at the Radisson. Not that we would want to take anything away from the Radisson or the Expo centers, because we can't handle them all. Our goal here is to make it the community more successful, so they need more of those larger rentals. The ones who, the ones that choose to have have them here, that's great, but we're here to make the other ones successful more, even more so. I want the people to be able to go to those other ones, but a lot of them can't afford it. So it's going to the heart of it, going to the problem and the solution, a solution instead of just a Band-Aid.
And I think this is a great place for someone who wants to repair their life, or wants to find a purpose, and wants to start over again. This would be a great place to come and just find out what start enroll in one of your programs.
Now, each month we will have a Connect to Success Day, like a networking day, where every hour, back to back, there will be inspirational trainers, teachers. We invite other business owners to come in to share their skills. At that, we have authors that will talk about their books, for 15 minutes, and back-to-back people just networking and talking about their businesses and sharing their skills and abilities. Several times I've been in meetings where I just hear that right thing that clicks, something that makes my life simple. And we need to be around people who are inspirational, that have the knowledge and can share their skills and abilities. So we invite people to come in or give us a call, or get on our website and find out when those events are. We're looking for people to participate. I really encourage the community, the people who are trying to help this community already. We need their support to come in. We support you. We need your support from the community. There's a lot of powerful people out there that could really benefit. Their programs could benefit from what we're doing, as well as us being able to connect and benefit from what they're doing. We need more community support.
And you have a really good website, Believers Business Center, believersbc.com.
Yes.
And Terrence Stender, our director here, is in charge of the website. He's doing a terrific job.
It's getting better every day.
Yes.
It takes a long time to get that, get the things clicking. It's a lot of work, and we're all here to help other people to overcome those things quicker.
And also, we have a new program that you're watching, Believers Business Center program, Wednesday at 6 p.m., Thursday at 6 p.m., Saturday at 7:30 p.m., and Sunday at 12:30 p.m., all on Channel 96 from the Public Media Network and the Charter Cable is the provider, and it's on Channel 96. And we invite everyone to program their DVRs and watch us any of these 4 times during the week. And we'll be talking about all the different programs you have. And it's really exciting. It really is. I think that the idea of renewal, of community recovery is really important. I mean, we have to do it ourselves. And, this is, still the freest and the wealthiest country on earth, but still we have a lot of problems. We still haven't found a way to have the communities that we might have had a generation or 2 ago. A lot of that had to do with people who were immigrants who still had, a lot used to working hard and felt a sense of community, and we've lost a lot of that. I mean, there's a lot of technology changes, and we move around a lot as a society, and we have to find a way to where we are in our communities to rebuild and repair and to recover. And I think you're doing a fabulous job.
Well, thank you. I look forward to the day that our shows will have more of the other people who are involved in our programs. We have a lot of guests that will be joining us with their businesses and how this is helping their businesses. So this is a great tool for all of the businesses who are partnering with us
Yes.
to get their name out there.
And you mentioned David Artley, who was, he's in charge of business development, you said? Or?
Yes, I've worked with David Artley, has known me for quite a while. And,
Well, I've
Warren
seen him
Cook
speak.
and
I've
several
seen him
of the
speak,
commissioners,
and he's amazing. He's a real community asset.
He is. He's a great community asset.
Believe me, when you see him speak, you'll know what I'm talking about. He's something.
At the grant writing class, he
Yes,
actually said Believers Business Center is the best kept secret in Kalamazoo
Well,
today.
you can believe
Even
that.
though you've been telling people about it and what it does, he said they don't have a clue what you've got here. He says the best kept secret. And he said it's time for you to start advertising and getting your name out there. So
Well,
I don't know if it's legal for me to even say that he said that, but he did.
Oh, yes. Well, that's the best endorsement I can imagine, because he's amazing. And he
Yes.
knows what he's talking
And,
about.
Warren Cook, some of the people from the city have said to me, Carrie, this community needs you.
Yes.
They need what you're doing. Don't you quit. Those are the statements that have kept me going
Sure,
when I
sure.
thought I was not going to make it through another Red Sea.
Right.
So we're ready for them now. We're ready for the community to come in and help us to build their businesses while they help others
Yes.
to build theirs, to help each other.
So we're here at the corner of Washington and Cameron. It's 1301 Cameron Street in the Edison neighborhood in Kalamazoo. And we're on television, Public Media Network, Channel 96 through Charter Cable, Wednesday at 6 p.m., Thursday at 6 p.m., Saturday at 7:30 p.m., Sunday at 12:30 p.m. And we have a website, believersbc.com, BC meaning Business Center. And we want you to tune in and see what we've got going on. There's a lot going on here, and we want you to come in. And even if you don't, you're not sure, if you want to help recover the community, this is the place to be. So we'll wrap it up, and thank you very much, Carrie. And I've enjoyed this program. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you.